Welcome up, friends. This is the profit calculator, and this is the tab that gives you the no money down profit calculator to find out how much cash you're going to need, find out how much profit you're going to make as a rental, how much profit you'd make as a wholesale, and how much profit you'd make as a flip. So for this example in particular, $3,167 on a 3-unit purchase. Absolutely amazing. This is incredible, and this is a property that I actually purchased in 2024. This is also 2024, also 2024, 2025, and then there's so many more examples, but these are the only 4 that I used to give examples for a couple different scenarios and a couple different scenarios about how much profit you can make. And this is all great. This is all great. This is still great as the current income. The income that will be received after rent increases is this. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go about doing this spreadsheets, but by having all these extra functionalities and abilities, you can really stay organized to know if you want to keep this as a rental, flip it, wholesale it, or just not even entertain it at all. So let's go through this spreadsheet together. And first of all, you're going to insert wherever it says it has a dark green line. Not the light green. These are auto calculated based on the greens and the blues. The blues you do not touch. Okay, so this is no money down. So you're not putting any money down. So this would be a down payment section. You're not doing that because you have a lender found on Colin's Wolfpack that doesn't require down payments when you give them good enough deals. Good enough deal equals 75% ARV for the loan to value. So ARV is after repair value. So if the property after repairs is worth $400,000 and my loan amount is $300,000, $301,000, that is lower than the $303,000 that I needed to entertain that 75%, that sub 75% LTV based on the ARV. LTV means loan to value. ARV means after repair value. So that's after repair value, and this is the ARV, target LTV. So right here, you can see I have $100,000 in equity, but that doesn't matter because all we're looking to find out right now is how much cash are we going to have to put down on this property to buy. Okay, so right now in here, we have all of the closing costs and commission and points added into the loan. That might change, so you might be changing this depending on if the lender is going to include that or not. If they are not, simply all you have to do is remove these, and then you just do this, which would be equals this plus this equals, okay, that's how much you have to bring to the table. And then your loan amount does change because you're adding less money to the table, to the loan amount from these, because you were adding these before, now you're not, which is why this number is higher, which means this is the amount that you can pull out in cash if you wanted to keep the property. But keep in mind, you still need to right here have additional costs to refinance. 4.5% mostly covers the points and the closing costs again. Okay, when you buy a property with a hard money lender, which most of the times you will, especially if you're doing no money down, it's going to be a hard money lender, a private equity guy, and you're going to have these extra these costs of points that the lender will charge to finance the loan. And so if you think about this, these will wash. You'll have pretty much, you can pull out $700. Obviously, it's not worth it, but you will be literally maximizing the amount of ARV to be able to have none of your own money, which is the goal a lot of the times. Because right now, with me even having a $45,000 renovation budget, I'm going to be able to use none of my own money except for this $11,000, because this is not being added to the loan amount in this scenario. So I'll be all in $11,000 into this investment, and I'm going to make that back within 3 months, little over 2 months. I'll make my cash back, and then every month there on out, I will make $3,242 on average. And that average is calculated by the P&I, which is the sum of all these numbers calculated. The principal and interest minus they are added to the insurance, the taxes, the HOA fees or other fees, in this scenario, this is a water bill. There's only one water meter, so $150 per month on average, and then just add a $50 budget buffer per unit just to be safe, just in case one tenant uses a lot of water. So that makes your total cost $2,800, and then the rents based on these notes will be $61.35. And this is verified. I've already rented this unit for these numbers, and then this unit I'm finishing up this week. Then I'll rent it as well. My numbers were 100% accurate on this unit as well. These are the numbers that I got. This is actually wrong. Sorry. So this is, I got $2,350 for a 4-bed and $1,950 for a 3-bed. So that's exactly what I wanted, and I am absolutely milking 2,200 profit. So this property, I know that I will get $2,380 for the other 4-bed because my first 4-bed did. And you can find out these numbers based on the fair market rents, but also running comps, because if you have a HUD tenant, a Section 8 tenant, you also have to show them comps to be able to get that rent. So be very conservative when you do your numbers to make sure that you have a very, very green monthly cash flow, because that is a goal. Use very little of our own money and then have a ton of profit, because in 30 years, I'm going to have like 400,000 of today's value in equity because it'll be paid off. And then after that, I will simply make in today's value $6,000 per month. So this is like insane. It's like just buying one of these properties is just as good, if not better, than anyone's 401k. So if I have 40 rental properties, which I do right now, I have, like, do the math. It's a lot of money. So, all right, let's keep going through this. So insert all the greens, and then all the light blues will populate automatically. And then, make sure that you put in, if your renovation budget, you're going to put this is going to cover repairs that you want the lender to cover. Interest rate. What is the interest rate? Current interest rate right now? Are there any additional costs or commissions that you want paid or added to the loan? Closing costs and lender points. This is average, 2.5 and 2. Your loan amount, okay? And then this is how much you're gonna have to bring to the table. This is your ARV. This is what you think the property is worth after you finish renovating and renting the properties. And this is how much equity you'll have. This is how much the number you're trying to stay within on your loan amount. So you're far within that, which means you can pull out some money if you need it, just because most lenders go by 75% LTV when it comes to lending you the money. So cash flow, this is all automatically calculated. You can check this. This is pretty average. 125 is pretty average. It can only sway like $25 either way usually. And then taxes, you can find this on SDAT or Zillow. Look at the tax history. And then this would be HOA fees, water fees, energy fees, whatever you're going to have to pay for it, include that in the cost. And then rents, just write some notes here. And so that's for rental. For wholesale, you're literally just going to have the contract price, the sale price, how much you assign the contract for, and then what's your commission. Are you paying any realtor commissions? And then your profit. Okay, flipped is the same thing, buy price, sell price. How much commissions are you going to pay? How much renovations are you going to do? How much closing costs are you going to have when you sell the property? And then any other costs you're going to have along the way, like interest that you're paying on the monthly payments until you finish. And this is your profit. If you have any questions, let me know. But this is for the no money down. So the money down is very similar, except you're going to have this, and then this is going to add into all the numbers. But it runs pretty much the same exact way. And it's a little bit different design. So if you want to replicate either of the designs, whichever one you like the most, you can just replicate it in the other one and then make yourself beautiful spreadsheets you can use forever. Thank you guys. I've been questions.